Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's week 12 in the NFL. We are talking with Al McMordie from BigAl.com. Always very interesting, usually very profitable. And Al McMordie is going to cover the Giants-Washington game this week. Al McMordie, it's interesting that you chose this game on the opening lines. This was one of my favorite plays of the week. I hope I'm not reading it wrong, and we'll see if you agree with it. Washington, of course, got destroyed by the Panthers last week. That's forgivable, though. Everyone's getting destroyed by the Panthers. But, you know, Cousins was getting sacked a lot. They just have kind of a lot of problems. And the Giants actually were 3-0-1 ATS on their closing lines leading up to their bye. And their D actually kind of played well against the Pats. And I was thinking, you know, the Giants is just a small road favorite. It was a great bet on the opening line. It's now up to -2.5 or 3. Do you agree with that analysis, Al McMordie?
Well, I'm actually going to, throw you a curveball. I'm going to look at the over-under in this game.
Okay.
So, yeah, the Giants games the past 4 weeks, they've totaled 47, 101, 50, and 53 points. And then you take a look at the other, side, and Washington games the past 2 weeks have totaled 61 and 60 points. Yet the over-under line for this ball game is at 46.5 or 47 points. And if you take a look, Peter, at games in the NFL since 1980, where both teams in their previous 2 games have scored 48 or more points combined, these games have gone under the total 78 of 135 times, or 58%. Also, 12 of the last 17 games in this series have gone under the total. And then in the NFC East, when these division rivals meet, and if the first game in the season goes over the total, then much more likely than not, the next game tends to go under. It's 81 and 49, where the over-under reverses it after the previous game went over the total. So for all of these reasons, I'm going to take the under in this ball game, Peter.
Wow, this is a classic analysis by Al McMordie. We've seen this in the past, Al, when there's like a seemingly obvious play on a total, and then you come in with a counterintuitive play and an interesting analysis that usually tends to be right. I'll admit, I was leaning towards the over at the opening line. It has gotten bet up a little bit. The Giants, all 4 of their last 4 games went over. Washington 4-1 over under in their last 5. I guess it just feels like just the way both teams play. The Giants have such a pass-heavy offense that can be so effective. I guess your technical analysis trumps what we've seen, on the field. Feels like it's an over or no play here.
I like the under, and a lot of the times, these 2 teams, they scored 53 their first meeting. I think that also plays into it. People just assume that it's going to be another, high-scoring game because of what they saw when these 2 teams last met on the field. But look at the game we just saw this past Monday, the Patriots and the Bills. The first 2 times those 2 teams met, the score was 40-32. And then this game in the rematch, much lower scoring. So you see that a lot in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, the Pats-Bills game, though, I was all over the under just because of all the injuries that the Pats were having on offense, and it felt like they were changing their game plan a little bit. All right, Al McMordie with a counterintuitive play on the under. Right now, 47 is one of the market-wide numbers, and this is definitely going to be a big anti-public play. I'm sure that the public's going to be all over the over on this one, and maybe even Public Action will bet the line up. Al McMordie, though, liking the under 47. Al McMordie, tell us about BigAl.com.
Well, we've got a huge week scheduled, Peter. Folks actually are watching this video before Thanksgiving. We're going to have our 5-star NFL Game of the Month on Thanksgiving. And then on Saturday, we're going to have our college football Game of the Month. And the past 2 Saturdays, we are 23-9. So don't miss any of our Saturday winners, whether in basketball, hockey, or football. And then if folks want to get complimentary selections, there are 4 free plays every day at BigAl.com. 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. Just go to BigAl.com and you can click on the free picks page, or you can go to the homepage to get Larry and Scott's plays. And they're all completely free, nothing to purchase. Just go to BigAl.com every day.
Thanks so much, Al McMordie.
Thanks, Peter.